Hey, what is up, guys? I am Hippie, and we're bringing you the Yawhg for a second time. We released that other video, and you guys seem to have loved it. You had some really awesome comments on there, and a lot of likes. So we're going to do it again today, but we're going to add a little bit of twist, am I right?
Yep, we're right.
We're going to try and do everything bad or selfish or...
benefiting ourselves.
Going to act like the Sith, right? So, you think you want to switch it up this time, or you want to keep Red Girl, or what?
Oh, we're going to go with the Blue Girl today?
Gonna do Blue Girl? I'll switch it up too, and I'll go with that little guy there. Let's go ahead and get into this. He looks a little bit like Justin Bieber. Might have said that before. You guys already heard that before, so I'm not going to read that again. Okay, looks like you're first. Where would you like to go?
I think today I'm going to go to the slums.
Going to the slums? What would you like to do there?
What are my options?
You got some pickpocketing or some fighting of the crimes?
I'm going to pickpocket.
Go pickpocket? You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night you hear cheering coming from an alleyway. Peering in, you see a crowd of men cheering on dogs violently ripping each other apart. One of the men spots you and asks, "Oi, would you like to participate in our little betting game? Bet on the dogs or try and stop the dog fight?"
Oh, I'm going to bet on the dogs and try to make some money.
Try and make some money. You put down a bit of coin to bet on the dogs' bloody brawls. You lose 1 wealth. After a night of betting on dogs making bloody messes of each other, you manage to earn 0 wealth. That's not fair. See? Crime doesn't pay. Ever. I'm going to go ahead and go to the taverns and do some drinking. Spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm, 1 physique. One day a bard pulls out his lute in the bar and starts playing a tune. Unfortunately, his singing is horrible and is ruining the tavern's atmosphere. You decide to do something about it. Either challenge him to a lute duel or convince him to leave. I have a lot of charm. I might be able to do that. I don't have much finesse, so I probably couldn't challenge him to a lute thing. Right?
A loot thing.
A loot thing. I'm going to convince him to leave. You approach the bar and let him know that the tavern down the road is well known for its big tippers. "Buzz off," the bard yells drunkenly. You walk away giving a, "well, I tried," sort of look to the other patrons. What a blow to your confidence. You lose 1 charm. They say the last time it came, the Yawhg devoured houses whole, stole families and tore families, stole lives and tore families and family members apart. But that was so very long ago. Okay, it starts over this time. Where would you like to go?
I think I'm going to go to the palace and do some administrative work, see if I can't look into the records and try to steal some money.
Try and steal some money from the records. The old wine budget. You spend the week doing paperwork for the palace. You're paid 2 wealth and gain 1 mind. One day, a court jester approaches you. "Would you like to learn to juggle?" he asks excitedly. "I'll teach you everything I know for a small sum." Sure, and you lose 1 wealth, or no thank you, get out of my face, guy.
I'm going to be douchey, and I'm going to say, "No thanks, get out of my face, guy."
Douchey. You hear that? She's going to be douchey. "Humph," says the jester. He walks away disappointed. That evening on the way home, you find a gold coin on the ground. What luck! You gain 1 wealth. Alright, this time I am going to go to the slums, and I'm going to do some pickpocketing. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night a woman walks up to you. "Excuse me, sir, feeling a little lonely tonight?" she asks. "For only a small amount of coin, I can make you feel good all night." I don't have 2 wealth, so I'll have to tell her to buzz off. "Your loss." She was angry. It was honest in a heartbeat, or so the stories go. The earth shook, and the air went still. Alright, 3 weeks in, where would you like to go?
I think I'm going to go to the forest.
The forest? Alright, okay. What would you like to do in the forest? Chop wood or hunt little guys?
I am going to hunt little animals.
Little bunnies and such. You spend the week hunting defenseless critters. You gain 2 finesse and sell the pelts for 1 wealth. One night through the trees, you spot a group of cloaked figures all standing in a circle. They are chanting in unison. "O mighty Lord of the Night, Master of Beasts, bringer of pain and dearison. One of them runs out from the darkness towards the rest of the group. "Sorry, everyone, but I was reading this calendar wrong," he says. "We were supposed to summon the demon yesterday. Now we have to wait a whole year to try again." There's a collective sigh as the group disperses. You learned a little bit about demon summoning. You gain 1 mind and 1 magic. How angry you think they must have been at that one guy?
Off with his head.
Off with his head, that's right. I'm gonna go back to the bar and do a little bit more drinking. You spend the entire week getting wasted. Gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day while in the tavern, a heated argument erupts between 2 patrons. Soon enough, fists are flying and everyone seems to be joining in on the violence. I can break up the fray or join the party. I am gonna join the fight. You jump into the thick and fight and let loose some pent-up rage on some unexpected patrons. Sucker punch for you. Sucker punch for you. You gain 1 physique from all the exertion. And then the world was a howling fury, chaos and screaming. The sounds of all we knew being pulled in half. Alright, we're 4 weeks in. Where would you like to go?
I think I'm going to go to the slums.
Slums, pickpocketing, or fighting crime?
Pickpocketing.
Pickpocketing, of course. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night, a small child approaches you with his hands cupped outstretched towards you. He doesn't say anything, just looks up at you with wide eyes, waiting expectantly. Give him some coin or ignore him?
Well, I think I'm going to ignore him since I like to keep my coin.
He walks away clutching at his stomach. My God. Next night you notice him and he looks very weak. You just killed a little kid. You feel terrible. You lose 1 mind. Let's see, where do I want to go? Maybe I'll go to the arena, beat up some guys. No, I'll do some betting on fights. I'm a gambling man. You spend the week placing bets on your favorite fighters. You gain 3 wealth. It's pretty good. During match, another warrior's weapon is knocked from their grasp. You barely manage to avoid it. With a sickening crunch, destroys the knee of a nearby bystander. He accuses you of causing him harm by not stopping the flying weapon. He takes you to court. I am gonna try and defend myself. You object, but you can't seem to convince the judge. He rules in the plaintiff's favor and orders you to surrender 2 wealth. Man! When it arrives this time, how will we fare? Will we once more rebuild, move on, and be strong? Or have we forgotten? 5 weeks in, where would you like to go?
I think I'll stay in the slums.
Stay in the slums, do some more pickpocketing?
I'll do some more pickpocketing.
Do some more pickpocketing. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One day, while wandering the slums, you notice that the stones used to line the roads seem to have a certain pattern on them. You don't manage to figure out the mystery, but you still feel pretty smart for noticing the pattern on the tiles. You gain 1 mind. Not bad, not bad. Back to the tavern for me. I mean, you know, a little bit of drinking. You spend the entire week getting wasted. You gain 2 charm and 1 physique. One day, an impromptu drinking contest is held. I am gonna enter. You down pint after pint, drinking as if your life depended on it. After the drinking frenzy, you take a quick look around and notice that you're the only one conscious. You clumsily take the cash prize and make your way home. You earn 2 wealth. Drinking like a champ. The Yawhg. It's almost here. Almost. Last week, where would you like to go?
I think I'm going to go to the arena.
The arena? What would you like to do in the arena?
I'm going to fight.
You gonna fight? Spend the week fighting brutes in the arena. Gain 2 physique and 1 finesse. One day, while wandering the halls, one of the arena's fighters approaches you. Excuse me, miss, I need a sparring partner, he says. Are you down for a fight or 2? Accept his challenge or refer him to the next burly guy next to you.
Well, since my last person lost an arm, I think I'm going to refer him.
Thanks, he says. Later on, you see the 2 of them taking turns punching each other in the face. Preferring not being punched in the face, you feel you made a good decision. You gain 1 mind. Alright, my last week, I'm gonna head to the slums. And I am gonna pickpocket. You spend the week performing petty theft. You gain 1 wealth and 2 finesse. One night you hear a woman whisper at you from nearby. My God, look at her. She needs to get some sunlight.
Looks like Christina Ricci.
Do people know who Christina Ricci is anymore? What's the girl from Twilight? What's it? Looks like Kristen Stewart. Hey you, she calls out, looking to make a bit of coin. I'm always up for a bit of coin. She signals for you to get into the alleyway with her. Come closer, she says. Nobody else can hear what I'm about to tell you. You lean in close, eager to learn how you'll be earning this coin. She presses herself right up against you, moving her lips slowly towards your ear. Suddenly, she bites your neck viciously. I think she might be a vampire. Blood pours from the wound as she clings to you tightly, lapping it all up. You black out. When you come to, you see her standing over you. Thanks, she says, tossing you a couple of coins. You gain one wealth. She then melts into the shadows. When you feel your neck, you notice that the wound has healed completely. Your body feels ice cold. You gain 3 charm. You lose 3 physique. The storm arrives in the night. By the morning, it still rages. For 3 full days, the tempest puts us through a grinder, drowning us, crushing us, and ruins us. But then it ends. We see the graveyard our home has become. Our home. Does anything yet live? Is it? Are we past saving? Alright, so we are in the last spot now. This is where we need to choose our roles in the upcoming rebuilding process. What would you like to be?
Okay, since I'm going the opposite of good, evil, and I did absolutely no doctoring to save the town, I am going to choose the doctor.
I will be the doctor. Do you have an experience? Yeah.
No experience.
Maybe. You take it upon yourself to help the sick and injured from the Yawhg. Now, I'm just going to start off by, before I read any more, if you look at this picture, things already don't look very good. You struggle to handle the amount of patients you have. You lose a few, but manage to save most of them. That's actually pretty surprising. Your efforts help the survivor effort a little. I am going to be a town drunk. You scavenge together as much alcohol as you can and drink excessively. One day while drinking, your skin turns milky white. You lose 3 physique. You also notice your teeth are a little bit sharper than usual and your complexion clears up instantly. Well, that's good, right? You gain 3 charm. You notice another drunk beside you wiping ale from his chin. His neck is fully exposed. You can see a vein or two. Delicious. Before you know it, you're coated in blood with a mangled form in front of you. There are several drunks around, and they're all filled with delicious nectar. Oh, delicious nectar. The next few hours are a blur. You know, they're drunk, so, I mean, it works out both ways. I'm the drunk and I'm a vampire, so, you know.
And you're cleaning up the town.
And I'm cleaning up the town, so everything's good here. I think we've made a good decision. You wake up to find yourself in the middle of the woods. You don't quite know what happened, but you're pretty sure it didn't help the survival effort. Oh, that's not very good. And so, we set about our tasks, once more living our lives, this time in a way we might never have expected or even wanted. But in the end, want to do a drum roll? We were defeated! Those of us left struggled to put our homes right, but the effort was futile. Doomed!
Totally shocked.
Yeah, the city bled survivors, eventually becoming a husk, a dead thing. And perhaps the Yawhg was only partly to blame. Maybe a little bit. Look at it, it's all like ruined. Ruined.
Ruined.
Ruined. God. Alright, let's hear what happened to our characters. This is you. Town in shambles, you're too afraid to go anywhere else. One day, somebody offers you a strength potion in exchange for your services as a bodyguard. You happily oblige. After a few strength potions, you become strangely dependent on them, craving them constantly. They take a huge toll on your body, and your health deteriorates quickly. On the outside, you look like a hulking beast, but on the inside, you're rotted and limp. One day, you have too many potions. Your corpse is found face down in a puddle of vomit and foam. So that wasn't too bad. I mean...
Sounds encouraging.
Alright. Under the cover of the night, you sneak back into town. Okay, so I want to say, first of all, this is a brand new one. We haven't had this one before. You hide in the sewers, constantly craving the taste of blood. Finding that rats aren't enough, you take to the surface, preying on victims sleeping on the streets. Sometimes they die immediately. Sometimes they get very sick. And sometimes they join you in the sewers, preying on the townspeople alongside you. Before long, you develop an entire underground civilization. Now, I'm liking this so far.
Evolution.
So that wasn't too bad. So what did you think of that round?
Different.
Did you like it?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Got to play as a little bit of an evil every once in a while. Just get it out of your system.
And this goes to show what happens when you just look after yourself and not team up with others. When we go do our next one, we'll choose characters and do only good, and you guys can see what happens when good overdoes evil.
So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We'll let the music play out a little bit longer. I have been Hippie. I'll see you guys later.